I am reading out the text now. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
You follow my reading. In the Bazaars of Hyderabad, this poetry was written by Sarojini Naidu. Who was Sarojini Naidu? Sarojini Naidu was a freedom
Indian
fighter.
student.
Freedom fighter. What kind of freedom fighter? What's the way of fighting against the British Raj to have the freedom? This is a fact. So, as a writer, it was Sarojini Naidu's struggle to fight against the British Raj, right?
Yes, sir.
So, Sarojini Naidu is no doubt a great name in the world of literature to prove Indian tradition that is more evident in this poetry in the Bazaars of Hyderabad. The title is In the Bazaars of Hyderabad. So, what is the poet's tendency to give such a title? The poet's intention here is to highlight the traditionality of India, right? So, Bazaars of Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a traditional place of India, and here Bazaar, the Bazaar, the appearance of Bazaar, the picture of Bazaar, the representation of Bazaar is the container of Indian tradition. Clear?
Yes, sir.
In the first line, you see, what do you? In the first line, it's a question by Sarojini Naidu. What do you sell? Oh, yeah, merchants. Richly, your wares are displayed. Right. Trambans and crismons and silver, tunics of purple, brocades, mirrors with panels of amber, daggers with handles of jade. So you see, in the question, Sarojini Naidu in the first line is questioning, what do you sell? Oh yeah, merchants, right? So in the question, are you getting surprising matter? Oh yeah, merchants. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So why Sarojini Naidu said this? In the second stanza, you see one another question. What do you weigh? Oh yeah, vendors. So you see the positions of the businessmen, the position of the traders. First merchants, second vendors, and in the third stanza you see what do you make? Oh yeah, goldsmith, right? In the
Yes,
next
sir.
stanza, the next question,
Sir, I'm
what do you
coming from the
cry? Oh
washroom.
yeah, fruitman. Yes.
Sir, I'm coming from the washroom. Wait a minute.
Okay, okay, sure, sure. Are you back? Okay, so I was talking about the questions. Can you see the questions? In the
Yes, sir.
first stanza, the question is, what do you sell? Oh, yeah, merchants. So in this stanza, Sarojini Naidu is talking about the merchants, right? And their business. And in the second stanza, the question is, what do you weigh? Oh, yeah, vendors. So in the second stanza, Sarojini Naidu is dealing with the idea of the business of vendors, the activities of the vendors in the business, right?
Really that, sir. The Sarojini Naidu also want to mean that what do you sell যখন এই কোশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে তো তার মানে সার্জিনি নাইডু সেটা বলতে চাইছে যে স্যার বাজারটা খুব মানে খুব বুঝো খুব হেলদি
Traditional
ছিল
one, right?
কালারফুল ছিল হেলদি ছিল
Yes,
বাজারটা
yes,
তাই
yes.
জন্য যাই জিজ্ঞাসা করছি তাই পেয়ে যাচ্ছি কত রকমের জিনিস পাওয়া যাচ্ছে
Yes,
বাজারে
yes, yes. I will explain this. In the third stanza, you see, Sarojini Naidu is talking about the goldsmiths and their activities and their decoration. What do you make? Oh, yeah, goldsmiths. Hmm. So you understand. In the same way, in the fourth stanza, what do you cry? Oh, yeah, freedman. And in the last stanza, what do you wave? Oh, yeah, flower girl. So, what are there in this poetry? In this poetry, Sarojini Naidu has highlighted the different traditional traits of India, right, of the time. So, before going through the understanding of this poetry, you must have to be acknowledged with the date of its publication, right? Date of its composition, when this poetry was composed. Actually, this poetry was composed in 19th century, right? It
না
was,
স্যার 18th century
yes, very good. It is 20th century. You said 20th century?
no sir 18th century
No, it was
sir
written in 20th century. 20th century. 20th
sir
century. This
no
poetry was written.
স্যার এটাকে এটা 19th সেঞ্চুরি, কারণ স্যার সরোজিনী নাইডু বেঁচে ছিল হলেন 1879 থেকে 1949। স্যার
না,
তার মানে উনি কম্পোজ করেছেন এটা 19 এর সময়,
but
তখন
1949 means already 20th century has entered. 19 এর পরেই 20th century চলে আসছে, 19 প্লাস 1 that means 20th century, আর 1949 that means already half of 20th century passed, right? Almost
1949.
understood. This poetry was first published in 1931. In a journal. It was published in 1931. Sorry, 1913. It was published in 1913, 1913. It was first published, right? In a journal, it was first published. That means in the 20th century. This poetry was composed in the 20th century. Clear?
Yes.
And 20th century is the time of Indian independence movement, right? Fighting against the British Raj. So when India got independence in 1947, right?
Yes.
And Sarojini Naidu was alive still 1949, right?
Yes.
You understand then? That means 47, 48, 49. 2 years more Sarojini Naidu was alive after India got independence, right? So Sarojini Naidu, this is why a great freedom fighter through her various writings to inspire the people against to fight against the British Raj on a variety of way. How to fight? For example, I said this poetry.
By writing poems.
Yes, by writing poems. For example, I said this poetry was composed by Sarojini Naidu to highlight the Swadeshi movement. You understand the Swadeshi movement? Swadeshi movement. So what is Swadeshi movement? That should be acknowledged to you. So Swadeshi movement is a kind of independence movement in India in 20th century. And according to this movement, it is called that Sarojini Naidu is trying to focus on the Indian life, tradition, culture, right? Because
Yes.
Swadeshi movement means I will use my own products. I will not use any foreign products to enrich the foreign country. For example, you have been using the foreign products. Does it mean that you have been enriching that foreign country? Yes.
No, sir.
The way the use of your foreign product means of enriching the foreign countries, right? This is why you have to use your own products. You have to use your own products to focus on your own Indian life and culture and tradition, right? And
Yes.
this is why this poetry was composed by Sarojini Naidu to focus on the Indian tradition, Indian culture, in Indian life. So in this way, by focusing on Indian culture, tradition and life, Sarojini Naidu has tried to establish the India's beauty, right?
Yes.
India's beauty in the market, in the bazaar, by the
There's
represent,
varieties of things in the market.
yes, by representing a variety of traders like
And it is also a
merchant,
piece. So it is
yes.
also a piece for the. So this film is also a teasing for the British.
Obviously, it is a kind of fighting. It is a kind of way to fight against British. That is a non-violent movement, right? Ahingsha Andolon. I will not fight physically with you, but I will stop using your products. I will stop using the foreign products. I will try to highlight my products. I will try to highlight my own tradition and culture by using my Swadeshi goods, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the idea here in this poetry, and in order to highlight the Indian tradition culture, Sarojini Naidu has mentioned different traders like merchants, vendors, goldsmiths, fruitsmen, and flower girl. So, in the first stanza, Sarojini Naidu has elaborated the merchant's beauty in the trade, and in the second stanza, she has elaborated the vendor's beauty in trade. In the third, goldsmith's beauty in trade. In the fourth, fruitsman activity and beauty in his trade, right? In the same way, in the last, Sarojini Naidu has mentioned very significant idea of a flower girl. This is mostly very important. What do you wave? Oh, yeah, flower girl. You see, in each and every stanza, in each and every question, in the stanzas, there is a kind of surprising word. Oh, yeah, right?
Yes.
Is it not something exclamation like
The Indian types.
it. Yes, Sarojini Naidu has been as if a bit exclaimed, right? Like,
Yes,
oh yeah, merchant, oh yeah, vendors, oh yeah, goldsmith, oh yeah, fruitsman, oh yeah, flower girl. Why Sarojini Naidu has said like this? Because Sarojini Naidu has been surprised to see the different trades in the Bazaar of Hyderabad, and it is Sarojini Naidu's deliberate strategy to highlight what is Indian tradition, life and culture, right?
yes,
That Sarojini Naidu particularly highlighted in the place of market, obviously. So I will have explained the last stanza. This is very, very important stanza. You see, what do you wave, oh you flower girl, with tassels of azure and red, crowns for the brow and bridegroom, right? Chaplets to garland his bed, seeds of white blossoms new garnet, to perfume the sleep of the dead. So what is white blossoms?
it's a type of flower.
White flower, but what is the use of this flower here?
But to perfume the to perfume it means to perfume the bed of a kid dead lucky.
Have you seen seeds of white blossoms new
Sir.
garnered? So
So
what
he
is the symbol?
সাথে ওইগুলো মানে ওই ডেড বডির উপরও রাখা হয়
No, no, I am asking about the symbol of using white flower, white blossom.
Peace.
White blossom is symbolizing both first beauty, clear,
Yes, sir.
beauty, and secondly death, 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 right?
Yes, sir.
So white flower, white blossom symbolizing death. Hmm. You see, it is mentioned to perfume the sleep of dead, no? Is
Yes.
it not mentioned?
Yes, sir.
Yes, to perfume the sleep of dead, মৃত্যুর ঘুমকে সুগন্ধি করে তুলতে হোয়াইট ফ্লাওয়ার ইজ ইউজড, হোয়াইট ব্লুজুম ইজ ইউজড, মৃত্যুর শয্যাকে সুগন্ধি করে তুলতে, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
when I am dead, that means I am sleeping forever and ever, clear?
Yes, sir.
And this type of sleep is a kind of perpetual peace, চিরস্থায়ী শান্তি in life, জীবনে, right?
Yes, sir.
That is made fragrant by using the white flower, white blossom. This is the symbol. So symbol of white flower has three ideas. First I said beauty, idea of beauty. Secondly I said idea of using in the using on the dead bed, mrito shojjay, right?
Yes, sir.
Thirdly, to make the dead bed peaceful one, because dead is a kind of perpetual peace according to Sarojini Naidu. So what is the symbol Sarojini Naidu has used? Symbol of white flower. On the one hand I said white flower is
Beauty
symbolizing,
and another one is sir
yes, on the one hand what is the beauty, what is
dead.
symbol? Beauty.
The dead or beauty.
Yes, second is dead.
Yes,
First is beauty, second is death,
dead.
third is
Peace.
peace. Very good. So beauty, death and peace, three symbols: beauty, death and peace. These three symbols are mentioned, implicated by using white blossoms by Sarojini Naidu,
So in
clear?
the Bazaars of Hyderabad poemটা আপলোড করবেন না
In the Bazaars of Hyderabad,
পোয়েমটা আপলোড করবেন না
where কি করব না,
আপলোড করবেন না
appeared,
স্যার আপলোড
I didn't get you.
স্যার দ্য বাজার্স অফ হায়দ্রাবাদ পোয়েমটা আপলোড করবেন তো ইউটিউবে
Okay, 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 yes, yes, I will have uploaded this, so then clear, first stanza, second stanza, all the stanzas are clear.
স্যার আপনি করবেন না আপলোড
Yes, I will have uploaded, I will have uploaded this video. Okay, you can check the class from there if you need it further, clear? So Sarojini Naidu's in the Bazaars of Hyderabad. So main intention of Sarojini Naidu এই কবিতাটা লেখার মেন ইন্টেনশনটা কি ছিল? ফার্স্ট মেন ইন্টেনশন তা জানতে গেলে you have to understand the time was 20th century, right? It was the time of India's independence movement, right? And there was British Raj in India, and India had been fighting against the British Raj, had been fighting to survive against the British Raj, and it was a kind of challenge of Sarojini Naidu by inspiring the Indians. Hmm. So Sarojini Naidu has been inspiring the Indians to use their own products. So Sarojini Naidu has focused on the Bazaars of Hyderabad actually to
Buying from
highlight.
the, so instead of buying from the British, we can sell and buy the products of our own.
ইয়েস, মেন আইডিয়া হচ্ছে হায়দ্রাবাদ যে বাজারটা রয়েছে এইটাকে তুলে ধরার মধ্য দিয়ে ইন্ডিয়ান কালচার, ইন্ডিয়ান ট্র্যাডিশন অ্যান্ড ইন্ডিয়ান লাইফ এস্টাবলিশ করা। ক্লিয়ার? তাহলে সরোজিনী নাইডু হ্যাজ বিন ফোকাসিং অন দ্য থ্রি থিংস by composing this poetry. Which are the three things? First, Indian culture. Second, Indian tradition. Third is Indian life. Right? This is one idea. And idea number two. In the idea number two, we are getting the idea of Swadeshi movement. Right? So, Swadeshi movement means using my own products. I will not have used any foreign products, because using foreign products means to enrich the foreign countries. So as the
Indian
Indians,
culture, Indian tradition, আর Indian life.
yes, সেটা বললাম ফার্স্ট পয়েন্টে। সরোজিনী নাইডুর এই কবিতাটা লেখার মুখ্য উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে ফার্স্ট তিনটে পয়েন্টকে তুলে ধরা: ইন্ডিয়ান লাইফ, ইন্ডিয়ান কালচার, ইন্ডিয়ান ট্র্যাডিশন। সেকেন্ডলি যেটা বলতে চাইছি, দিস পোয়েট্রি ওয়াজ কম্পোজড বাই সরোজিনী নাইডু to focus on to highlight the Swadeshi movement. The purpose of Swadeshi movement was to use the own products and avoid the foreign products. Sarojini Naidu tried to mean that using the foreign products means to enrich the foreign countries, right?
Yes.
So as the lovers of India, as Indians, we should not enrich the foreign countries. Instead, we should enrich our own countries by using our own products, right? So idea of Swadeshi Andolan is idea of Swadeshi movement is already focused on here in this poetry, in this way, right? And third idea number three. What's the idea number three? Idea number three is that Sarojini Naidu is a freedom fighter by herself, right? Because when Sarojini Naidu has been composing this type of poetry, this type of poems, she has been trying to inspire the Indians to be inspired to go against the British Raj, as if Indian independence can come so easily. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the third idea. And finally, I will talk about Sarojini Naidu's poetic devices. So what is Sarojini Naidu's poetic device in number 4? So Sarojini Naidu's poetic device is the use of symbol. Use of symbol. Clear?
Yes, sir.
What is the use of symbol? So here I said the flower, the white blossom, white blossom. It is mentioned white flower is the symbol of it is retaining, it is containing three symbols: symbol of death, death, death. Next symbol of peace, and next symbol of beauty, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the symbol of then white blossom? First, symbol of beauty, right?
Symbol of death and symbol of peace.
Yes. Second, symbol of death, and third, symbol of peace, right?
Yes, sir.
And this is also highlighted in the last line: to perfume the sleep of dead. To perfume the sleep of dead. That means when a man is dead, he has been sleeping forever and ever. It's a kind of perpetual peace, perpetual tranquility, perpetual calm, according to Sarojini Naidu. Clear? Because 20th century India is the time of political turmoil, political hindrance, obstacles are there, right? No man is happy in the life on that time in India, because the time was complicated one for the modern era, because India was independent, right? India was independent? No, India was
No, sir, they are
dependent.
independent.
Yes, still India did not get the dependence, freedom. This is why various political turmoil was there in independent India, right? This is why time was very difficult and tough to the Indians. And as Indian, it is everyone's prime concern to set free the own country. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So symbol is a literary device here used by Sarojini Naidu. It is evident. And next idea I will talk about the touch of smell, right? Touch of smell you are getting by the use of white blossom. Huh?
Yes,
Because
sir.
use of flower is giving us the idea of smell, fragrance, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and if you are asked the main theme of this poetry, what is the main theme?
So main theme is to represent the Swadeshi movement.
Main theme is traditional India. Traditional India.
हाँ
Clear?
सर हाँ tradition
And yes,
tradition of
yes.
freelancing project.
Yes, in the tradition India, you have the Swadeshi movement to highlight your own products, to enrich your own country, right?
Yes,
To stand against the British Raj, to set your own India free. Clear?
yes, sir.
So this much was the in the bazaars of Hyderabad. Clear? Because there is nothing more than this. And one thing I will say, wait, stanza number 1 2 3 4 দেখো ফোর স্ট্যান্জাতে কতগুলো কোশ্চেন্স রয়েছে ফার্স্ট স্ট্যান্জাতে সিঙ্গেল কোশ্চেন এবং থার্ড স্ট্যান্জাতে তিনটে কোশ্চেন আবার না ফার্স্ট স্ট্যান্জাতে একটা কোশ্চেন সেকেন্ড স্ট্যান্জাতে তিনটে কোশ্চেন থার্ড স্ট্যান্জাতে একটা কোশ্চেন আবার দেখো ফোর্থ স্ট্যান্জাতে তিনটে কোশ্চেন রাইট কতগুলো কোশ্চেন হলো তাহলে 3 4 5 6 7 8 কোশ্চেন্স আস্কড বাই সরোজিনী নাইডু ক্লিয়ার
Yes, sir.
কেন কোশ্চেনগুলো আস্ক করা হয়েছে কেন কোশ্চেনগুলো জিজ্ঞেস করা হয়েছে বলতে পারবে প্রত্যেকটা কোশ্চেনের মধ্যে কি রয়েছে দেখো
So more traditional.
এমফাসাইজ হ্যাঁ সরোজিনী নাইডু বাই কোশ্চেনিং is trying to emphasize on the Indian tradition and culture and life. Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
দেখো ফার্স্ট কোশ্চেন যখন বলছে হোয়াট ডু ইউ সেল ও ইয়া মার্চেন্টস অ্যাজ ইফ সরোজিনী নাইডু হ্যাজ বিন ইন্সপায়ার্ড টু আস্ক ক্লিয়ার হোয়াট ডু ইউ ওয়ে ও ইয়া ভেন্ডার্স হোয়াট ডু ইউ মেক ও ইয়া গোল্ডস্মিথস okay in the second stanza there are two more questions what do you grind oh yeah maidens paddlers
Flower Jaravana.
yes musicians magicians so in the Sarojini's Naidu's market musician is appeared and magician is also appeared so magician appeared in Sarojini's Naidu's Bazaar of Hyderabad right and there is appearance of goldsmith as well next paddler means feriala right and maidens vendors and merchants so many business traders so many businessmen appeared in the bazaar of Hyderabad by Sarojini Naidu actually Sarojini Naidu has questioned here to emphasize on the Indian tradition and culture and to represent a variety of appearance there in the Indian bazaar that is in Hyderabad. Clear? So, this much. Have you understood? Concept clear?
It's a clear concept.
Have you any question, query?
Yes, sir.
Can I stop?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, when have you the next class? Did I say? I sent the schedule on your WhatsApp. By tomorrow, possibly you have the next class. Let me check. Wait, let me check. So in the Bazaar of Hyderabad is clear or not?
Thank you, clear.
Okay, okay.